You're entering the verdict zone. This is about ambition, betrayal, and a six-figure check. I have two older brothers, Kevin and James. Kevin, the oldest, was always the ambitious scapegoat. James, the younger, was the entitled golden child. James was always expected to inherit the family business. Kevin had to build everything from scratch. If Kevin achieved a milestone, James would launch a flashier, often failing, project to steal the spotlight. Our parents constantly enabled James. They believed Kevin should be supportive of his little brother's genius, even when his genius failed spectacularly. Kevin had a game-changing idea for a supply chain algorithm. His wife, Lizzie, a brilliant financial analyst, was the brains behind the business plan. Lizzie's work secured 2 rounds of funding. They were on the verge of success, but they needed one last major investment. The investment was coming from Mr. Harrison, a family friend and major tech investor. He respected Kevin but trusted our parents' judgment. They needed to secure a $500,000 investment to launch their product. This was their life. Our parents insisted on a unity dinner with Mr. Harrison, which we all knew was a setup for James to shine. James, who was secretly failing in his executive role at the family company, saw this dinner as his last chance to look good. James went behind Kevin's back to smear the deal. He told Mr. Harrison that Kevin's figures were too aggressive and the technology was untested. He pitched his own pet project, a social media data aggregator that had failed to launch 2 years prior, claiming it was the real future. Kevin sensed the shift. Mr. Harrison's responses became cautious, non-committal. But he couldn't put his finger on the cause. The night of the dinner arrived. It was high stakes. Our parents spent the first 20 minutes praising James's executive vision to Mr. Harrison, making Kevin and Lizzie feel invisible. Lizzie, however, was paying attention. She noticed James's smug confidence and the way he kept glancing at Mr. Harrison. James started with small digs. Kevin's doing great, considering he's working out of a glorified closet, right? Kevin maintained his composure, steering the conversation back to his product's early success. Kevin was mid-sentence about projected returns when James decided to execute the kill shot. James rose from his seat, glass in hand. This was his moment. A toast. To my brother, Kevin. It takes real courage to come back to the table, even after the market has shifted away from your older ideas. You know, I've secured better initial funding for my own next-gen project. But I applaud your tenacity for even trying. May you find a smaller angel investor who appreciates humble beginnings. James's implication was clear. Kevin's project was too risky, and James already had a better, safer deal for Mr. Harrison. Kevin was defeated. But Lizzie? Lizzie was the financial analyst. She stood up. James, you think you're so special because you were handed an executive title? You call my husband's work aggressive. The truth is, your own numbers are completely manufactured. And I have the real financial statements. Watch the next video for the conclusion.